son.
Like I said, are you?
I am the hunter.
Okay, Hunter. Here's the blow for your cartoon show.
The fox, public enemy number one, had committed many shocking crimes, but none so terrible as the theft he perpetrated in the city of Philadelphia, in broad daylight, under the noses of hundreds of people. In Independence Hall, a number of people were observing the historic Liberty Bell.
In 1776, this bell was rung to call the people together to hear the Declaration of Independence. The bell is made of bronze and it weighs 3 tons.
And just then a voice in the crowd cried,
Hey, look over there!
Of course, everybody looked, but they didn't see anything, and when they looked back,
The bell's gone! Vanished!
Call the army!
Call the police! Call the army! Congress! Marines!
while the attention of the crowd had been diverted, the fox, who else would have the nerve, had stolen the Liberty Bell. Naturally, everybody was up in arms, and everybody started looking at once. The Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and even Congress looked, but no one found so much as a clapper. There was no trace of the celebrated bell. Then Officer Flim Flanagan called the hunter.
Hunter, do you know what he's done now?
Who? I say who he. I mean he who. Me. Come, son, speak up. Don't get flustered.
Who? Why, the fox, of course. And he's stolen the Liberty Bell.
The Liberty Bell, son. This time he's gone too far.
Then you'll take the case?
What red-blooded American could refuse? I'll start just as soon as I put on my hat. The hunter left no stone unturned, no bell unrung. Although, as usual, he had his troubles. There was his investigation of ship's bells. Avast, Billy, hand over that bell, you swab. You're under arrest.
Throw that loony landlubber off my ship!
Aye, sir.
The patriotic hunter's search for the missing bell took him to a famous bell tower. My card, son. Have nose, will hunt. Right now, I'm a-hunting a missing bell. I'd like to nosy around your tower. I'll just climb to the top and have a look-see.
But it's time to ring the bells.
Now, those are mighty big bells. Meanwhile, all across the country, the land was being flooded with counterfeit Liberty Bells. The wily, clever fox was selling counterfeit bells to patriotic citizens who were taking them to Philadelphia, certain that they were returning the stolen Liberty Bell. The fox was ringing up a nice piece of change until he made a mistake and tried to sell one to the hunter.
Aha! A patriot, I see. I know you want to do the patriotic thing for your country, patriot, and I just happen to have here the genuine Liberty Bell, which I'm sure you'll want to return to its rightful owners. Feast your patriotic peepers on this, and it's yours for only $100.
What in the cotton-bloomin' world are you trying to pull, son? That bell's got a crack in it. American people wouldn't stand for a cracked Liberty Bell. Not unless they had bats in their belfry. Yeah, that's a joke, son. But what you're doing is no joke, and I'm putting you under arrest.
Oh, no, you don't.
Granny's the fox. Now, you wily, clever criminal, where's the real Liberty Bell?
In there.
Look at all them bells.
Hunter, you've done it again. The fox and the bells. How are we going to tell which is the real Liberty Bell?
Simple, son. Observe. This is it. Liberty always rings true, son.
Hunter, how can we ever repay you?
Well, you can't, son. Liberty has no price. And so the fox lost his liberty, and the great bell was returned to Independence Hall, where you can see it anytime you want, because it's your bell. And that's no joke, son.